Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings and a whole lot of love. God is Hadia with the new look. My daughter did this for me. I just wanted a little change for a little bit. So I thought I'd try this here. Anyway, you know I'm reading an article off of the blackgirleasy.com titled, wait a minute, hold on. Let's make this smaller so we can get it right. It reads rather, the 4 men that will ruin your life. People change throughout a relationship, but it's often for the worse. So let's go ahead. It says, I have a boyfriend means nothing when your eyes lock and give away the truth of your situation. Okay, the first guy, the new guy that has you question hard. Most of you will find yourself dealing with someone totally new and foreign to you. It could be the new hire at work who always asks about you or goes out of his way to speak. It may be some guy that pops up on social media, following you, giving you extra attention. It could even be a stranger you bumped into whom you have a legit reason to stay in contact with. Some examples I've seen have been mechanics who can help out with car issues, business owners who promise to hook you up, people in the industry who you want to network with. All of these men start off innocent and platonic. In your mind, you have someone. You are not the kind of person who cheats. But these new guys know that once you crack the door to your but these new guys know that once you crack the door to your heart, they can push all the way in. Work, husbands turn into happy hour drinking partners. It's only social media until the two start DMing each other every day. The guy that helped you out with the flat tire soon becomes that guy you text for advice. Dude who was trying to help you get your side hustle off the ground starts looking like a snack, and you find yourself thinking about him more than your man. Guy number 2, the ex that promised to do better. Humbling the fuck out of an ex is an emotional orgasm. To have someone come crawling back admitting that they were in the wrong and begging for a second chance isn't just an equal stroke. It's a what if. To have loved and lost someone who is now back and doing exactly what you wanted from the start will confuse your senses. These exes know you still have feelings, so they purposely play off the past while showing proof of change in the present. Your ex-boyfriend may come back with just friends, angle where he checks on you, make sure you're good, and that's it. Your ex could also go the aggressive route and start buying you gifts, offering to do favors for you or family members, and pouring out his heart in ways he never would when you were a couple. Regardless if his approach is sneaky or direct, all it takes is you showing him signs that your current relationship is rocky, and he'll keep reminding you that he was always your soulmate. He just needed a chance to mature. Guy number 3, the platonic friend. The platonic friend that wants more. 90% of you reading this has a guy in the friend zone who is dying to make his move. This could be your childhood bestie, someone from college who you friended on Facebook, a cousin or brother or one of your friends, or even someone you once liked but decided you were better as friends. Of all the men you may be tempted by, this is the sneak attack few of you see coming. This friend who you confide in and knows the right things to say, he's not a sexual threat, so he can get you to lower your guard quicker than a new guy in terms of intimacy. This friend who genuinely loves you can make a case that he will never hurt you, and your main guy isn't acting right sometimes, that all you need to hear to risk it all. In vulnerable times, it doesn't matter if he isn't your type. If he feels more like a brother or that it'll ruin or change the friendship dynamic going forward. The best relationship needs strong foundations of friendship, and your platonic bestie has already passed that test. So of course he seems like the perfect solution. And guy number 4. The unhappy taken guy. You meet a guy who's nice, charming, and in a miserable relationship. Like most women, you want to be helpful, so you proceed, talk to him, advise him, and be positive about his choice to either stay or leave his current girlfriend. The guy begins to learn to lean on you more and more, and that kind of vulnerability from a man is sexy. In response, you begin to open up about your own relationship not being as good as it once was. And in that moment of I wish she was you, the lines blur and you end up in a full blown affair. I've seen this play out with everyone from NBA players and actresses to nurses and doctors. Nothing bond two unhappy people than being able to vent about their significant other to someone who truly understands them. And then he goes on to write, let me see, how to handle these feelings. No matter what type of man suddenly has you in your feeling, it only takes 3 steps to sort it out. You can make an honest and definite decision. The first step is to take your head out of your ass and use logic. Step out of the fantasy of being chased by something new and remember that you're still being pursued by someone with an agenda. He says he has money, but does he really? He says he can treat you better, but is he just more of the same? He claims to be looking for something real, but is that all game? You can't afford to get open off of talk, talk, talk. You need to investigate your feelings by making sense of this. Start by breaking it down in these two ways. And he goes on to talk about maybe he wants to love you, or maybe he wants to fuck you. Do y'all want me to read what that says or what that means? Yes, I'm going to go ahead and read it. Maybe he wants to love you. There are men who won't let a pre-existing condition cause she has a man stop him from snatching his queen. Guys who have loved and lost and have sampled all the dating scene has to offer, and he will know with great certainty when he is in front of a game changer. Think back to everything I've written on the subject, especially the unicorn delusional. If a man is trying to snatch you up and make you his, he does specific things to show it. He doesn't just tell you, is this love or is it lust? Until you figure out his angle, you don't have sex, you don't leave the person you're with, and you don't lose yourself in his promises. The idea that it's love and all the sweet things he's drilling into your ear should be downplayed as infatuation because he has to prove it through his actions. And the other one, well, maybe he wants to fuck you, which is a lot of the time. Doesn't matter what he says, how he treats you, or the vibe he's giving off. Every man is chasing after pussy until he can prove he's not. How can I get him to prove it without having sex? If you thought any variation of this, then you need to start in the archives of this site because you're way behind the Spartan game. Remember that men come into your life wearing masks. Doesn't matter if it's an ex or a friend you've known for years. He's going to put on an act in order to get you where he wants you. It's the way all men hunt. When you're already in a relationship, that mask becomes even harder to spot because you're not in the game anymore. A woman that's single is on high alert because she used to guys being full of shit. But your bullshit meter is rusty. Predators ask you questions about your relationships, pinpoint your weak spots, and turn up the heat by doing things you know your man doesn't do. It's an emotional bliss that will take you by surprise. In the end, the emotional affair will turn physical and you'll find yourself cheating or leaving your current boyfriend. The fallout isn't guilt, it's the revelation that he was running game. He only wanted to fuck you because you were new or it was a rush to take another man's woman. Once that novelty wears off, he ghosts you or fakes an argument to push you away. Now you're left feeling dumb and trying to get back with your ex. Most time your ex will take you back just to hate fuck you or to stroke his ego. But the trust is gone and he'll never love you the way he once did. In short order, you're back single full of regret because you didn't do your damn homework. And then it goes on to talking about test drive. And I'm not going to read the rest of this because it's very long. And it just gives you some things you can do. And this article was taken from blackgirlsareeasy.com. Good, excellent, excellent, excellent website. The title of this article is titled, the entire article is titled, breaking up for someone better, but I was just reading subtitle for men that will ruin your life. So go take a look at the article and read it for self. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. God is. Hi,